Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Guys, I made a video yesterday about, Terence Crawford and the fact that people call me an Terence Crawford hater because he beat Amir Khan. And I explained in that video that it's not true. If you go back and watch that video, you'll see what I said in there. But there was a lot of guys that started trolling Amir Khan as a result of it. And one thing I want to say is that in the comment section, when I respond back to you, I only respond back to people that are keeping it to boxing. As soon as you start talking about a man's personal life, I've got a problem with that. Because now you're starting to bring somebody's personal life into it that's got nothing to do with it. I've never ever brought in a fighter's personal life, whether that's Kell Brook, whether that's Mayweather, whether that's Pacquiao, whether that's anybody else for that matter, because there's no need for me to talk about a man's personal life, right? There's no need for me to bring up somebody's personal life and try to degrade him, right? Because no one's perfect. No one in this world is perfect. We all have our flaws, right? And for you to start bringing up a man's personal life, start degrading him and start saying, oh, he had a relationship with this person, that person, shows your character more than anything. If you can't keep a debate to boxing, then don't speak at all. I'll respond back to you as long as you talk about boxing. As soon as you start diverging into silly remarks that you make, I'm going to stop responding because there's no need for me to respond. The fact is that when I criticize a fighter, Terence Crawford, Kell Brook, or even Amir Khan for that matter, I'll always keep it to boxing. I've criticized Kell Brooks saying that I think that he hasn't fought. His resume is very thin. He didn't fight a lot of good fighters, or a lot of top fighters, a lot of fighters at world level. He didn't fight, so his resume is very thin. Same thing I say about Crawford. His resume is really weak. So far, it looks like his resume is padded because he hasn't fought the top level guys. Criticized Khan, saying that I feel like Khan should have fought Kell Brook a long time ago. And he didn't do it. And I criticized him for that. However, I always keep it to boxing. I never ever criticize a man's personal life and start bringing on what he's done there. Because there's no need for me to criticize somebody's personal life. That's their personal life, right? Why do I need to comment on personal life? I'm a boxing channel, not a gossip channel that's talking about people's personal life. And when I have subscribers talking about people's personal life and I see comments, I'm like, what person speaks about somebody's personal life in the first place? A low life, right? And this isn't a video trying to point you guys out, because you guys know who you are that are pointing out his personal life. There's many fighters' personal life that aren't great. But we need to grow up a little bit and realize what's going on in the world, right? Realize that there's people that have committed suicide. Just the other week, there was an actor that committed suicide because of these kind of things, trolling and bullying, right? And this is what you're doing. When you're talking about a man's personal life like that, you're basically bullying online. And to me, that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And that's all you people, that's all you want to do. Whenever there's a video about Khan, you just want to go and start trying to talk nonsense. You don't want to keep it about boxing, because here's the thing. I've said this about a lot of Khan haters. They try to diminish everything about him. They try to diminish his whole career, diminish everything about him, bring up his personal life. Because what you are Khan haters. You're, rather than boxing fan, you're a hater of Khan. And there's a lot of British fight fans for whatever reason. And if you look at other YouTube channels here in Britain, they'll bring that up as well. There's a lot of fight fans that are just haters of Khan for some apparent reason. What I'm saying to you is keep it to boxing. I don't mind if you have a boxing opinion about him, right? But when you start bringing up a man's personal life, that's not cool, right? That's just not cool. So keep it to boxing. Keep your debates to boxing, because there's a lot of things that I could, that anyone could bring up about anyone's personal life, right? But this is not a boxing channel that's talking about someone's personal life. This is a boxing channel that talks about big fights, that talks about breaking down fights, that talks about fantasy matchups, that talks about boxing news. Don't talk about people's personal life. Do you understand? Right? Khan's personal life didn't affect him to become a silver medalist and a unified world champion. It didn't affect him. And like I said, that's more than 90% of what British fighters achieve. So once again, I respectfully ask you to keep it to boxing. Stop bringing in people's personal life into debates. I never ever bring in someone's personal life. It's not cool. See you guys in the next video.
I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page, and I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got 2 options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face, and I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs, where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.